Assalamu alaikum and welcome to another episode of the Chocolate Shack. Inshallah, today I'd like to talk about my 40th class reunion. That's right, it's been 40 years since I've graduated high school. And I'd like to talk about why I went and what I expected out of that trip. So I went basically because I wanted to check on old loved ones, old classmates, people who were part of my life in the early days and who shared in my journey and my experiences as a teenager. Of course, when we go back down memory lane, we get a flush of all that sweetness and goodness that we had in our lives from the individuals that were around us, family and friends. And I think it's very important for us to keep those ties. Those really are the ties that bind. Those people are instrumental in making us who we are and how we have become. Those people shape our philosophies. They shape our relationships, how it is that we will respond to the rest of the world for the rest of our lives, especially when you've had very, very good experiences. And I want to tell you that my experiences from high school were very good. I loved school. Unlike some people who complain about school or they complained about going to school, I loved going to school all the way through grade school and through college. I loved it. So primarily because of the relationships, primarily because of the people themselves, not because of the information. Of course, I love knowledge, but it's because of the people. I've always been a person who could pull from people the things I needed to enhance myself. So when we have opportunities to have these reunions and go back to see how these beautiful human beings are who helped to shape and cultivate us, I never turned down the opportunity. So that's why I went. And I have to say that I was very, very happy with the result. People are beautiful in their own ways. And their beauties, what comes out of them that God gave them as individuals, are these beautiful little flowers that we can collect, right? And as we take these little flowers, we can put them together and string up our own bouquet and have a beautiful bouquet that is a part of our lives. And that's what I felt about going back home and going back to my old high school and having that reunion, seeing those old friends. They were a collection of individual flowers that I could string together in my own personal bouquet to enhance my life, something to smell on and something to love on. That's what these people were to me. And that's what going to this reunion was. So I would tell anybody who have any second thoughts about going to their high school reunion to not have those thoughts at all. I would say definitely dive into it, knowing that when you meet these people, that of course, that there might have been people that we met in high school that rubbed us the wrong way, or we rubbed them the wrong way. We may have experienced some bullying. We may have experienced, heartbreak from the young ladies or the young men that we've dated at those times. And I get all of that. But that is a part of the journey, right? It's not about staying away from people or things that gave us some little rubs, some little, irritations, some little pain, because that's all a part of the journey that we call life. That's what it is. And from those little rubs and scrubs and those little pains that we've gotten from other people, that too have been lessons for us to learn how to deal with our pain and those discomforts. Those things become lifelong lessons. And again, those lessons enhance who and what we are. So we need to go back to those people who gave us those little discomforts and give them a kiss on the head, as I did. For some reason, one of the classmates who's clearly holding a grudge against me for some type of misunderstanding when I was in my last year of high school. And it's very apparent that that person has not worked through that situation. That person is holding a grudge. And I'm not even in a position to be able to say that I'm sorry to the person. Because if I went to the person and said, I'm sorry, in my mind, it will only be something that will be crippling, as opposed to that person being able to work out their own issues, because I didn't do anything to hurt the person. But that person had a misunderstanding about a situation and projected onto me whatever pain or hurt she had, along with others who are part of this particular situation. Now, in the Islamic tradition, we have one of the grandsons or great grandsons of our Holy Prophet Muhammad, on him be peace. His name is Ali ibn Hussein, or we affectionately call him Imam Zainul Abidin, right? So Imam Zainul Abidin, on him be peace, taught that even in these situations, just apologize. Even when you know that you didn't do anything wrong, go to the person and apologize. So that is the standard for the believer, right? So that might indicate to me that maybe I'm not quite there yet, because I felt like to apologize would be crippling. But what I did do is I walked to that individual and I kissed her right here on the forehead and gave her a good hug. And I let her know that as far as I'm concerned, I have nothing but love for her. So something that happened 40 years ago, for me, those things are forgiven. In fact, every month of Ramadan, as the month of Ramadan come in, I personally will step forward and ask people to forgive me for my shortcomings and my sins. And I ask those people that I think I hurt, that or that hurt me, that I let them know that, hey, I forgive you too. And I make a dua, I make a prayer that God forgives everybody who hurt me in any way, whether they did it through omission or commission, and whether they did it openly or behind closed doors. And that goes for debt. Anybody that owes me any money, they owe me anything. Normally at the beginning of the month of Ramadan, I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, just forgive those debts. I forgive those debts. I forgive those people, and I let it go. That's basically my practice. And this is the way of the Muslim. This is what we are taught in Islam. So I gave the young lady a kiss on the top of her head. I gave her a hug, and I let her know that as far as I'm concerned, it's all love. I forgive people for what they've done to me, and anything I've done to you, you are forgiven. That's a part of my personal sunnah, right? We say in Islam, sunnah means your way, your tradition, the way that you do things, what you do, what you allow to be done in your company. That's called sunnah, okay? So this is a message that I wanted to share with you all. I just got back. I've been out for some time, and I also took time planning, which is why there's a gap in these videos. But I wanted to share that I think it's very important for us to keep these ties. If you have not been to your reunions, I say go. Whether it be family reunions, high school reunions, college reunions, I don't care what it is. I've been going to all the reunions. Every time someone says reunion, I lift my hand up. I start to pay my money for my fees or do whatever it is I have to do to go, because these relationships are very important. I think we should keep these relationships, and we should go back to those people who we actually were raised with, right? Who helped cultivate us in our lives, and give a check-in. Let them see where you are, and you take the ability to see where they are. I think it's very healthy for us to do that. It's not that you're going there to judge anybody's life. You're not going there compare your life against theirs in any unhealthy way. But you're going to make sure that everybody's okay, that everybody blossom into being what it is they wanted to be to whatever degree they could. We're all working class people. We're not rich people, and we're working class poor people from where I came from. So to see people healthy, to see them with a certain amount of wealth, driving nice cars, having on decent clothes, their bodies in shape to a great degree. You know, we're not falling apart, although we're right at 60. This was beautiful for me. So I'm eternally grateful for the relationships that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allowed me to have. I am eternally grateful for having such good friends who reciprocate their friendship and their love. And I gotta say, I'm just absolutely floored. I'm very appreciative. So this is my message for today. If you enjoy the message, please like it. And if you have not already, please subscribe to my channel. I pray all's well. Love you. Peace.